This is the Boss Lady Business Show with your host, Theresa Campbell, where we talk about how to leverage your business for growth in today's global economy, how to be an extraordinary businesswoman, and provide you with the latest tips and strategies to help you kick ass as an entrepreneur. If you're building an empire, this is the place to be.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Boss Lady Spotlight Show. Brought to you by Women Entrepreneurs International. We are a Facebook group of dynamic women entrepreneurs, literally from around the world. From Ireland, Australia, of course, good old United States of America, all states in between from California to New York, Georgia, and Ohio. And we are dedicated to empowering visionary entrepreneurs and leaders to create their ideal lives through personal development and entrepreneurship. Yes, I have to read this because I want to make sure you get all of the details about our group. To join us, please come on over. We're located on Facebook at Weibo Rocks, and that stands for, you guessed it, Women Entrepreneurs, Business Owners Rocks. So Weibo Rocks on Facebook. If you have big dreams for your life and business, you're in the right place. Don't touch that dial or click off. We give you the tools here at Boss Lady Spotlight to help you transform your life through the power of personal development and entrepreneurship. We do this by bringing to you real life, real world entrepreneurs who are making it happen. Consider this, ladies and gentlemen, your 2016 playbook. This is who we are. This is who we stand for. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, you may ask, who are you? I'm glad you asked that. I am Theresa Campbell, CEO and Creative Principal Extraordinaire, VNext Entertainment. If you're looking to create your kind of amazing when it comes to your business and your brand, please check us out. We're located at vnextentertainment.com. Now, this is, yes, not about me at all. It is totally about the women entrepreneurs who, again, are making it happen. They are juggling businesses, family, boyfriends, husbands, clients, customers to make it happen, contribute to the United States economy. Now, before you go anywhere, I just want to give you some tips or statistics on women entrepreneurs. I do have this conversation quite often that people really don't understand the importance of women entrepreneurs in the world. These numbers specifically are relating to statistics in the United States. So more than 9.4 million firms are owned by women. We employ, get this number, 7.9 million people. We generate $1.5 trillion in business. That was in 2015. Again, $1.5 trillion in revenue you can attribute to women-owned businesses. So if you aren't friends with a women-owned business, please find one. And if you know 5 women, one of them is an entrepreneur. So keep checking and find a woman entrepreneur and support her, buy her products, get into her programs, network with her, support her. When you do, you're supporting the economy. With that said, tonight is not about me. Tonight is about Miss Kirsten Asher. Yay! Yay! I just want to tell you a little bit about Kirsten. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's a trooper. My techie friend and coach friend in Los Angeles. I just want to tell you a little bit about her before she comes on and tells you about what she does and gives you a little bit of flavor about what she's up to in Los Angeles. So, what would you get, ladies and gentlemen, if you combined down-to-earth happy vibe of Julia Roberts? Remember our girl Julia, we love her. The magnetic energy of Tony Robbins and the timelessness calm of Grace Kelly. Well, I'll tell you who. You'd have the coach and speaker extraordinaire, Kirsten Asher, our honored guest tonight. Miss Asher has an adventurous enthusiasm and desire to help people create exciting life and career changes. Through her awesome business program, Live Your Dash Now. Check it out over at www.liveyour-now. Miss Asher coaches young creative professionals to discover career purpose and meaningful success by giving small actionable steps that are realistic and simple, not overwhelming. Miss Asher leads her clients to desired outcomes faster than if they were to go it alone. Her customized support and sunny attitude enable people to feel comfortable uncovering their unique talents as they turn around mindsets, confidence, and communication skills. You can find Miss Asher speaking at events, companies, and colleges, and she also teaches workshops and classes in sunny Southern California. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the beautiful Kirsten Asher to Boss Lady Spotlight Show.
Hi.
Thank you for coming to Boss Lady Spotlight today.
Yay, thank you so much for having me. I'm stoked to be here.
You're very welcome. So why don't you go ahead and take this part of the program, and what we'll do, you go ahead and tell people about your fabulousness and your program, and then we'll get into a little bit of Q&A. And after the Q&A, we'll wrap up the show. So why don't you take it away?
Okay, great. Like Theresa said, I am with Live Your Dash Now, and that is my company to help people make those little changes in their life that make big impacts, that make big shifts. There's a concept that I came up with that helped me as I was moving on and going through my life and my challenges and everything that I was working on, and that's the 10-80-10 rule. And that breaks down into, if you have on this side you have 10% and on this side you have 10%. And this is your dreams, your desires, what you want to do, what fuels you, what lights that fire in your belly, the app that you want to create, the way you want to help people, how you want your life to be eventually, and what you want to do with that. That's just 10% of it. And on this side, you have the other 10%, and that is what you want your reality to be, what you want it to look like, where you want to be living, how you want to be living, how you want to be working with people or touching people's lives, or working either within a company and rising up as an executive, or if you want to go into the entrepreneur world, or if you want to become a teacher, and how your life actually looks and what that is in a very detailed way. So you have 10% of your dreams and your desires and idea, and the other 10% is your reality of what you want it to be, not where you are right now, but what you want that reality to be and to look like. But right in the middle, this is the kicker. This is the 80% of what you have to go through in order to get to your reality. So this is what you're doing every day, every week, every month, every year to take those steps into your dream becoming your reality. And this is educating yourself. This is reading. This is making connections. This is sending out those newsletters, sending out the product, getting people within your network and growing that network, or making sure that you understand your market, or that you understand the company you're growing with and what you're doing every single day to move forward and to really take on what your life is and what you want your life to be. And that's everything that the 10-80-10 rule stands for, is getting you from your dream into your reality. But you have to do something. You can't just wish or pray or hope or put out to the universe. You have to actually do something and take action and have a vision and a plan. And that plan is your goal. And you can have a goal, reach it, and make a new one and a new one. And you you have your ultimate goal, but that could be broken down into various stages and little steps that are less overwhelming, so you can start stacking them up like Legos, and eventually you are up to your empire. You are where you want to be, but it takes a foundation to get there, and it takes something in action and substance in order to get that first Lego right there in place, and then you start building upon that.
Can you hear me?
I can.
I
Awesome.
can hear you. Okay.
Awesome. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yes.
Fantastic. So I have a question. Now, in your introduction, you say you work with young professionals.
Yes.
Right? Do you find a difference, or what is the difference in coaching young professionals to optimum success in life and career versus someone who may be a little bit older? I have to ask the question because it is definitely an issue, right? Or issue is, I'm using that very lightly in the sense that, there is the notion that millennials are in the workplace and they want to be in charge from day one, right? Or day two. Or they have a business and they want the $1 million success in a week. Can you talk to the audience about how to manage that? Or is that something is that a statistic that's made up? Or is that a perception that's made up? Can you speak to that issue at all?
Absolutely. It is something that, being a millennial myself, I see it come about a lot in various situations and in various conversations. And a lot of people, there are, like anything, there's stereotypes. There's stereotypes about men, women, your upbringing, all this diversity. There's always going to be a stereotype, unfortunately. And the way millennials think is they're very ambitious, they're very confident in what they're doing, and they expect that respect back to them. They don't believe that just because you went through a hard time, they should go through a hard time. It's that mentoring that we desire and that we want. And I know for a fact, with people that I've talked to who are both in the Generation X and boomers, they wanted that as well. But it was just in society that it came with hard work. But millennials believe, yeah, we do have to do hard work, but we want it. And we're not going to settle for being kicked around, and we're not going to settle for just coming in and being on the bottom rung for years to come. We want to move up, and we want those challenges, and we want the people who are in the higher positions than us to be a mentor, and to not just brush us millennials off and just say, oh, you're young, you'll learn. No, we want to do. We really want to do it, and we want to become a part of that company, and we want to become a part of that team, and either build our own business and have something that's substantial. But instead of just thinking it, millennials are actually saying it. And I think that's where the difference lies, mostly. And I do know that there's a lot of times where you do have those millennials who are just the selfie-taking type people, and there is no ambition. But you also have that with every other generation as well. It's just not as pronounced.
That's awesome. You said a lot of fantastic things there. And I think, one, I'd like to address, if you don't mind, just a little bit deeper, the notion that those of us who are older wanted to do that anyway. We wanted the $1 million in a week, and we wanted to be in charge the second day. We just felt as though we were told you have to work hard for the money, right? And you and I both know about money mindset and rethinking your money mindset. What advice would you give to millennials with that in mind? They're in the workplace, or they have their business, and they want it now, right? They want it now. What advice would you give to them? Now, you take it, whether it be in the workplace or as an entrepreneur, I'll let you choose. What advice would you give to them to help them maneuver the workplace, maneuver their entrepreneur landscape to success? Now, that's a big question. Maybe take one scenario, one action step that they can take to help them be seen so that they can move up.
It all comes to, we'll talk about within a company. So if you're in a company and you're hired for a job, there are certain expectations that they're hiring you for, whether it's for customer service or design work or working with the executive team, whatever they're doing, there's certain expectations that need to be met, and they're there for a reason. And it also comes down to not necessarily compromise, but understanding the position of the person above you or what their needs are for the company. And it's kind of like you have to look at it as if it's your business, as if you're going into that position being your business. What would you do? What would you want somebody else to do in your position? How would you want your company to be seen? And you have to listen and understand the other person's point of view, as well as come to the table confidently with ideas and with a plan. And if those aren't accepted, you either have to come to an agreement with that person or have a conversation, and that face-to-face communication of wondering what's going to, I'm getting feedback, of wondering what's going to actually work for either the next steps or with that company or with that person. But it comes down to, compromise is the right word.
But it's
maybe flexibility.
The flexibility. Yeah, the flexibility, but it's also an understanding of what they need and why they need it.
So I do understand. Basically, have a plan, tell your ideas, discuss what your visions are, but be flexible. Compromise in the sense that you can share what you want to implement, but know that, and I think that's probably a great recommendation, not only for millennials, but anyone in the marketplace and in corporate America. Say your piece, but be flexible enough to know that it may be granted or not. They may think it's a fantastic idea or not. And if they don't, it's not a stamp of your personality. It's not an indication of who you are as a person. It's business. And ultimately, those in charge will make the best decision for the business as a whole. And if you're an entrepreneur, just know that it says nothing about you as a person. It's more about the well-being of the company, right? Let's move into a little bit about you and how you got into entrepreneurship. Why don't you tell us how you started your business?
I started, it was basically through a need. I was a person who, I think Elizabeth Gilbert actually puts it perfectly, is there's people out there who are jackhammers who know exactly what they want to do, and they just pound until they get to where they want to be. And then you have those other people who are the hummingbirds, and they go from tree, or they go from flower to flower to flower, and they try stuff. And I was a hummingbird. I wanted to become a massage therapist, so I became a holistic health practitioner. I wanted to become a surfer, so I became a surfer. I moved up to Los Angeles to be a stunt person. I got into stunts for a little bit, and then I moved into production because I wanted to try all these different things out. And I had just a few different things happen within my journey that got me really down deep into thinking of, I needed a mentor to say, it's okay if you're going to be that hummingbird, but let me help you get to where you want to be. So in turn, I wanted to be that for somebody else. I wanted to be that stepping stone to help them figure out what their plan needed to be in order to get to where they want to go. And that accountability, because that's the biggest thing. You don't necessarily have mom or dad or a boss over your shoulder all the time, and things that you want to get done, whether it's with your health or your career or just your path in general, you need somebody there helping you along the way. And that's okay. Everybody needs help. You can't do it by yourself. So it was from out of my own necessity that I wanted to be somebody else. You know, I wanted to be that person for somebody else of who I needed. And through that, I found coaching and I found motivational speaking, and I just did it. And that's what you have to do as either an entrepreneur or going and moving up with the company. You just have to do.
Awesome. Can you tell us what you enjoy the most about coaching?
It's the moment when somebody realizes their potential and realizes like, hey, I can do this, and has that confidence within themselves, because it takes a lot of confidence in order to say, I'm going to go down this path, or I'm going to take this right or take this left. Even though the path might be crowded by branches, you're still going to do it, and you're still going to have confidence that you're going to come out. And sometimes you might need to machete some branches down or jump to the side and watch out for the snake, but you're going to do it. And that's the most amazing thing, is just hearing in somebody's voice or seeing in their face that they're like, okay, this is possible. I have the power in myself. And that all, again, comes down to doing and actually setting forth the motion of being what you want to be, or going in the direction you want to go, or helping the people you want to help. But it's amazing. It's amazing to be part of that journey with somebody and be part of the reason why they're getting to where they're going.
Yeah, that's the best feeling ever, to really see someone, see that light bulb come on, and the person is like, yeah, and they start adding and they start taking action, and there are more ideas, and they add and they take more action. That is the best. And when you talk about it, I can just see you light up. So that's the main thing. How can someone get into coaching? What advice would you offer to anyone who wants to start a coaching business?
I would say really look within yourself and figure out the direction you want to go, because there's so many different ways. You can be a health coach, you can be a Pilates coach, you can be a life or a career coach, or you can put them together. You can be a development coach, or a coach for moms coming back from having a baby. You know, there's so many different avenues where you can take it, but you really have to understand that coaching is to help people move forward. And it's not necessarily being a therapist and helping people with their past and going through that that groundbreaking type shifts. You know, you want to help somebody make those shifts of moving forward in their life. And if it comes up that they need a therapist, and then you need to say that. I think that's the biggest thing that you need to understand as a person wanting to go into coaching. But it really takes that tenacity and the integrity to stick with who you are and stick with what you believe in, and really get down and dirty and go for it. There's schools out there that have coaching programs, but a lot of it is through applied work, talking with people, helping them get from place A to place B, or from one island to the next island. You know, it's really putting it out there and believing in yourself that you can help somebody make these shifts or changes. And you don't necessarily need a formal education. It does help, but you also need to have that research behind you, and you need to understand and read and educate yourself, whether it's through coaching books or having a coach yourself or taking workshops or programs. It's that constant drive of learning more and educating yourself.
Awesome. So basically, find a mentor.
Yes.
Find a good program.
In short, yes.
Well, I love what you said, but for our audience and those who are listening, really go through your own journey of finding out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, but align yourself with the right. I'm sorry, my dog is having some problems. Oh boy. But align yourself with the right groups and the right program, the right mentor. With that said, did you learn anything about yourself along the way in your journey of owning your own business, from a stunt woman to surfer to now coach? What lessons have you learned about Kirsten that you'd like to share with the audience?
I learned it's in various, capacities, but I learned that I have the tendency to procrastinate, and I have the tendency to just say, oh, I need to do this, but I'll do it when I get to it. And that's one of the things that I had to turn around and really focus on for myself at the very, very beginning. And that ended up being something that I'm able to help people with, is because having that willpower and making that choice are the two most powerful in your foundation to build your empire, is having that choice and that willpower. And learning that about myself, and that I was a little bit on the lazy side, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit lazy, and realizing the things that I had to do in order to make sure that I could move forward and I was going to take my business to the next level. But that was one of the things that I really was like, oh, you know what? I am a procrastinator, and I was able to turn that around and, have the business I have now and go forward. But then also that I have the can-do attitude now. If I want to do something, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to figure out a way to get there.
i.e. our ability to do this Google Hangout.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Right through those technical challenges, we're going to find a way to make it happen.
We did it. Teamwork.
Exactly. But I love that. The procrastination is number one, isn't it? Just if you have an idea, take one small action and make that happen. I know I'm asking you a lot of questions here. What one small tip would you offer the audience to help them beat procrastination?
To beat procrastination, I think it starts in the morning. I really believe it starts in the morning, and I actually am doing a 5-day challenge that starts on May 23rd. But the moment you wake up, you start your day. And how you wake up is how your day is going to be generally. If you keep hitting the snooze button, and then all of a sudden you have 20 minutes to get ready and you're rushing to work, you hit traffic and you get into work, and then everything else seems rushed, But if you really take your mornings and take control of that and understand, okay, I have to wake up, I have to get up right when my alarm goes off. And I would say that's the biggest thing, is when your alarm goes off, wake up and just do it. And have the just do it mentality throughout your day. There's going to be times where, it's even as small as taking out the trash. You don't really want to do it, or wash the dishes, but just do it. The time that it takes for you to say, oh, I'd rather watch this show, I'd rather play this game or do something else, you could have been done. Our parents were right. You could have been done if you didn't complain about it. And then, some people sit there beating themselves up of, oh my gosh, I should have just wrote that proposal, or I should have just done this. And now you're wasting time thinking of what you should have done, or I should have woken up early so I could get this workout in, or so I could have taken the dog for the walk. There's all these could have, should have, would haves that happen throughout the day. But if you actually just do it, you're not going to have that, and you're going to have more time in your day. But it all starts from the morning, from the moment you wake up, and how your morning goes is how the rest of your day is going to go, in my belief.
Awesome. Love that. So you heard it from Kirsten, audience. Start in the morning. Don't wait. No procrastinating. So thank you for all of that. Great tips on, how to maneuver yourself in the workplace, how to beat procrastination, how to become a coach. All great tips. Why don't you tell us about your upcoming program and where the audience can find you?
Of course. So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kirsten Asher Now. And I actually am starting a YouTube channel, which will also be Kirsten Asher Now. It's KIR. And my website is liveyour-now.com. I have a challenge that's coming up on May 23rd, and that will be the morning challenge, a 5-day challenge to figure out what works for you in the morning and mix and match your favorite recipe and be able to have victory over your day from the beginning. And in August, for anybody who's thinking about starting a business or ready to take that next step, or a new entrepreneur, I'm getting together and hosting a retreat in San Diego, August 28th through 30th, for women entrepreneurs who want to up-level their business and take it to the next step, or if they're beginners and they're ready just to become an entrepreneur and put their idea down to paper and actually make it reality. We're going to be there. It's for 25 women, and it's just going to be a really intimate retreat where we have a business strategy coach, a marketing coach, a branding coach, and I'll be there teaching foundations, and we're going to make it very, very powerful, so you have a powerful business, and so you can go forth and do exactly what you want to do, serving your clients or your customers or whatever your business is. So that is connectbuildgrow.com.
Oh, all right. Give us that website one more time for the retreat. The retreat sounds awesome.
Thank you.
25 business owners, women. Are men, can men come too?
It's just women on this one. Just women, where we have a very tight-knit support network. We're wanting to bring in, or we are bringing in, the 4 coaches, and myself is included in that. And then also sponsors are women businesses who are also sponsoring product for our goodie bags and our raffles and additional coaching that you can win. And we also have a few deals that we're going to have. If you have 4 to 5 people register, you get 50% off the retreat. If you have 3 people register and come, then you have $200 off on the overall retreat cost. So we definitely want to support the women businesses out there and make sure that they have a solid foundation.
Awesome. So how can someone sponsor the show or sponsor the retreat?
You can email me at Kirsten at liveyour-now.com if you're interested. Again, that's KIRSTEN at liveyour-now.com. Send me an email. Let me know you're interested in becoming a sponsor. It's mainly product that we're bringing in right now. And we can go over and I'll answer any questions you have. And I can also, anybody interested in attending the retreat, I can also answer any questions through that same email. The website again for the retreat is connectbuildgrow.com.
Awesome. And where is the retreat being held?
San Diego.
Nice.
At the Kona Kai Resort. It's this beautiful resort on this little peninsula, and it's just this, you walk in and you feel like you're in an exotic island somewhere. It's beautiful.
Right. Sounds like my type of place. Love those retreats that make you feel as though you're in Jamaica or on an island somewhere. Awesome. Any last words for the audience? Any last bits of advice you'd like to give us?
My last advice to give you is just get used to doing stuff the moment you think of it. Have time management as well. So that's a huge thing with productivity, and whether you're going into business for yourself or you're working within a company, you need to have good time management skills, and just getting up and doing it right away, going from the very, very start, right when your alarm goes off, just do it and have that confidence in yourself that you will get to where you want to go. You'll go from your 10% to your 10% reality as long as you put action steps and you have a plan and you actually do something every single day for that.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Really enjoyed lots of good, advice and bits of and nuggets that you gave the audience to listen to. Again, compromise in the workplace, listen, be flexible, find a good group and mentor program to connect with.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, and check out the retreat.
Yes, check out the retreat.
That's what we need to hear. And check out the retreat. I think so. Okay. So basically lots of great advice, lots of good nuggets of information with regards to the workplace, coaching, and really telling the audience what they need to do to be successful, how to beat procrastination, all of those wonderful things. And again, check out the retreat again, Connect, Build, help me out again, Kirsten.
Connect,
the website.
connectbuildgrow.com. So you're going to be connecting with other amazing women, female entrepreneurs, building a strong foundation in order to grow your business.
Awesome. Connectbuildgrow.com.
Yeah.
Don't forget it. Email Kirsten, Kirsten at live-your-now. Find her on the internet, of course, at www.live-your-now. And my awesome friend, sister in sunny Southern California, thank you so very much for taking time out of your Sunday to spend with Boss Lady Spotlight and those around the world. Again, Boss Lady Spotlight is a production of Women Entrepreneurs International. We can be found on Facebook at Weibo Rocks. That's WEB as in blue, OROCKS, Weibo Rocks. And we will have meetups throughout the year and hopefully a conference next year in 2017. And again, thank you, Miss Kirsten, Asher. Really appreciate your spirit and your willingness to share with everyone and really give back. Thank you for being a coach. Thank you for helping others and inspiring them to live their dreams and to be a success at everything that they do in life and career. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at Boss Lady Spotlight. Tonight's program, again, is brought to you by Be Next Entertainment. I am Theresa Campbell, your host for the program. If you're in need of branding and marketing and you're kind of amazing on the internet, you can find us at www.benextentertainment.com. And before I let you go, support a woman business owner. There are millions of us in America, around the world, who knows the number. But if you know 5 women, one is a businesswoman. Check her out, buy her products, support her, register for her retreats. And register for her retreat. You may not be able to hear me, but the audio will work.
Okay, I just got that.
In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday afternoon. Really appreciate you tuning in and supporting all that we do. In the meantime, have a fabulous, fabulous day. Chat with you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Boss Lady Business Show with your host, Theresa Campbell, where we talk about how to leverage your business for growth in today's global economy, how to be an extraordinary businesswoman, and provide you with the latest tips and strategies to help you kick ass as an entrepreneur. You can find us on at Weibo Rocks. Tune in every week on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Pacific. Till next time.